Hey guys, it's your girl Ruth, your humble host of the day. Welcome back and welcome to my YouTube channel. Shout out to all my returning subscribers and my new subscribers. So, with me here, I have three amazing people who have blessed us with their presence. Okay, so I won't be the one to introduce them. I think it would be better for them to introduce themselves. So, guys, the floor is yours. And please, when doing the introduction, please be brief. We don't want to have all the details about you guys. We just want to have an idea of the people that we're dealing with today. So, who's going to start first?
Let me start. My name is Michael James. Half Malawian, half Tanzanian. I'm a student in China. I'm doing computer science. Yeah, and most of the times I like chilling with my friends. And, it's my first time on the podcast. I'd like to share my ideas on how I see things. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Okay. Uh,
I'm next. My name is Fankole. I am a Zambian.
Hi guys, I go by the name Lois. I'm fully Kenyan. I major in international economics and trade, and preferably in the near future, I'd like to be an economist.
okay. So, we're dealing with engineers here, eh? And one economist. I think that's great.
Yeah,
It's great. These are the future connections that we get to have.
yeah.
Okay. Love is in the air, like
Mhm.
it's everywhere, and it's on our minds. So, guys, welcome to my first ever episode where we'll be diving into the ups and downs of romantic relationships, from the thrill of new love to the challenges of long term commitment. So, we'll get to explore everything. Yeah. Join us today as we'll be sharing our thoughts and experiences on navigating the complex world of love and relationships. And now it's time to get real.
Let's go.
Okay. So, my first question is, what are the signs that someone deeply loves you? Wait, because I feel we're always living in a world where we always question ourselves to say, does somebody really love me? Are they really
Yeah,
for
true.
me? Are they into me?
Yeah.
So, yeah, what do you think, or like, how do you know when somebody deeply loves you and you love someone deeply?
I guess it's the thought that counts most of the times. Because if you say someone loves you, it's more of action than just saying it. You just have to be real to yourself. Like, um, I've dated a number of girls, but you would know that this person loves me the way they talk, the way they act, the way they look at you. I think it's just the flow of the action of the person.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
For me, I would say maybe the little things, would make someone ticked off, upset.
True.
I've been in many relationships whereby I'm with a girl, something as simple as missing a call in a day would make them upset.
True.
So, yeah.
But don't you think, would that also make you like upset if perhaps you're calling your girlfriend,
Mhm.
assuming you're calling your girlfriend,
Mhm.
and then she tends to miss out your call, and then she doesn't even get to give you a reason why she missed your call? Don't you think you would also be upset, or would
Yeah.
you find that offensive? Because most of the times guys are always wearing that masculine,
Masculine.
exactly.
Mhm.
You want to pretend as though no, it's not getting to me, it's okay,
But it is.
but it is.
Yeah.
Nah, I believe we're human beings, so you can't say that we don't have those feelings. We do. For me, if I call you, then there's no text or message for me to understand why you're not picking my call at that particular time. I'll be worried.
But most guys like tend to hide their emotions and stuff.
I
Exactly.
think it's just we're men. It's just how we are.
It's a society.
But
Yeah.
you're supposed to be like open with your girl because she's your girl. You're dating her.
I believe so, but most of the time we don't want to look weak. You might look like that girly activity that we don't want to build in ourselves. The
No,
emotional part.
I'm not saying like you ought to look weak. It's just that when you're with your girl, like you have to be soft. It's not like when you're outside with the dudes. That one is okay, but when you're with your girl, like you have to show that vulnerability.
Uh-huh.
I understand, but for us guys, it's just sometimes we just want to build that shield, not to show that we're weak. Sure, it
Honestly,
might hurt inside. Yeah, you'll be emotional inside, but we don't want to expose it. I think that's
honestly,
just
I feel
guys role.
it's okay for you guys to like be vulnerable around the girl.
Yeah,
If you felt to be vulnerable around her, how okay, like who then can you run to when maybe you really need to talk to someone? At times you do need to talk to your guy friends, but again, there's just that soft part that requires you to just let it out
yeah,
to a girl, your
Yes.
girl in specific, to be
It all
specific,
comes
sorry.
down to like a communication thing. Like if you sit down with the partner, say, okay, let's talk about this. This is how I feel. This is how I go down. I can't do this. I can't do that. Just talk to someone.
I think it's just us guys. We turn to learn how to love. It's one thing I think that we miss, right? So we have to learn it from our partners. That's why we can't show you that side of us. But when you're with your girl and she tells you, no, babe, you need to be soft sometimes. You're human. You need to be,
yeah,
for me to understand you. That's something that's why I think that's why boys are always close to their mothers because we learn to love from our mother's aspects. Because I think God made a man to be hard, like, you know, a man type, masculine. Just
yeah,
has
yeah.
to be belted.
Mm,
So when you're with your girl, she's the one who tells you, no, babe, relax,
yeah. Show her your
Okay,
open
soft
up.
side and stuff.
Yeah,
okay, that's interesting. Okay, so the next question is, we all have different definitions of love, it being a complex word. I can love someone for various reasons. It could be because of the attention I'm getting from someone, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe the qualities that the person has, I wish I had, or qualities I need in a partner. Yeah. And it could be at times somebody is way out of your league. And then because the person is giving you just a bit of attention, I get to define that as love.
Yeah.
How do you get to define love, and how would you like advise other people to make up their own definition of love?
as you said, there are different aspects.
Mm-hmm.
My definition of love is more of care and thought.
Okay.
If you love something, even if it's a shoe, bro, you would take care of it. You like make it better. I mean that if I buy a shoe, I'll put it in the house. I'll clean it when I'm done wearing it. Same thing with a girl and girl aspect. Let's say if you're dating, you just have to take care. It's more of taking care of that thing. Let's say if you're dating a girl, um, you want to make her look more beautiful.
Yeah.
So there are different aspects. Girls like to do their nails. Girls want to do their makeup.
Their
Girls want to
hair.
do their hair.
You
For a
need to dress
guy,
nice.
I know everyone has their own point of view on this, but I believe as you're dating someone, you need to like sometimes bless her, like babe, go do your hair or go do your nails. Okay, how to look good.
Okay.
Because you're caring for that thing. It's like a flower. You can't leave a flower to die.
Yeah.
You want it
Yeah,
to
yeah.
grow better every single day. Okay. That's my point.
I really wish all guys were like having that type of mindset, because that guys whereby you found a girl looking good the time you approached her. And then later on, when it comes to like paying the bills and maintaining her, you start saying, "No, I love you natural." Like you
You're too
just need to be
expensive.
natural. You don't need to do the nails. You're just naturally beautiful like that. Is it that they're trying to run away from the responsibility? Because when you
Mm-hmm.
found her looking attractive. That's something that like drew you to her. So
I know if I say this, most men are gonna be pissed at me, but it's true.
okay.
Um, when you're going into a relationship with someone, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You have to look at the qualities that the girl has.
Yeah.
You can't find a girl with high quality and you're in a low quality state. I'm sorry, it sounds offensive, but it's true. If a girl is wearing Chanel Gucci, you can't tell her she's going to be wearing MRP. Mr. Price. That's just her character. It's true. Like, what are you doing with a girl who's wearing Gucci and you can't afford?
And you can't afford it, yeah.
Be natural, bro. You say, this thing, her and me can't work out because her class is high.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe if she accepts you and she has all the money to buy for herself, but I believe girls, the natural state is they want to be blessed with gifts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
True.
it's
So
true.
you need to do the best you can to bring her what you want. You can't bring her something that she's not used to because you don't have the money. So I mean that is you're not worth it to be with her because that's how class. Everyone has a class, so you just have to know yourself.
Mm.
And what's your definition of love? How do you define love?
I think my definition of love is like the small things you do. Like not all girls are expensive, you
I
know.
know.
You can just bring me a flower and I'll be happy to like make my day.
Mm.
You know, you can buy me chocolates.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just something. The little things matter, you know.
True.
Yeah, you don't have to like go extreme. You
No,
can
but
be,
once in a while, it's not bad.
yeah, it's okay once in a while. It's okay, but you know, you can go extreme and maybe something you bought me. I don't like it, you know. I'll be like, no,
It's too much.
but the little things matter. Yeah, that's my definition.
Okay. Hankole.
Okay, so you know they say save the best for last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you talk about love, I would associate love with attraction. When you're attracted towards something, that's like love it. So
But don't you think sometimes it might be just last?
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
You might look at someone. Okay, I think it depends on people, right? Some people will say, "No, I love her because of the way she looks, or the way she smiles, the way she talks." You know.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think it's more of learning her personality, like getting to know the person, because you might enter into that relationship, right? And you're attracted to her, but you know what happens, bro. She might turn out to be the person that you're like, yo, the smile is nice, but the heart is something. No. Yeah. So it's. I'm not saying it's not. It is like it's a very big thing because you can't love something that you're not attracted.
Yeah. Yeah. True. True.
You can't say I love. I'll give a big example. You can't say I like McDonald's and you've never seen it in your life.
Yeah.
You have to see the thing and say, wow, okay, yes, I love it. I love it. Yeah. I guess that's our definition. I'm not sure, but I think everyone has their own definition.
Okay, but I think I have another question for Hankole. You say like you get attracted to someone, eh? Yeah. When that attraction, okay, maybe it could be you're attracted to the person because of the body, her smile, and everything else. Eventually, if all those things tends to fade away, does the love get to fade away with those things, or it ceases to be love? In short, does it cease to be love?
Okay, so attraction isn't always about like physical appearance. It can also be about the way someone is as a personality that we've been talking about.
Okay.
So it's more like just a bonus or a plus, with a good body, with a look, good looking face, try to smile, such an extra.
But I think all the guys, no offense, but I think most of the guys also love girls with, yeah, the
No,
body.
no.
The body is a plus. No.
Okay, yes. Okay, I shouldn't lie. True. Most guys would want that particular thing in a body, but I believe if you're in love with someone, sometimes the body doesn't come. Right? Because
Okay.
I'm very sure even our parents, our grandparents, the way they met that time, they were meeting in times of trouble, right? We can't say that they were meeting in times of riches. But they learned to like and love that person. And until now, taking 50 years of marriage, I believe it's just the heart. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for all the amazing responses and thoughts. I think I'm loving this conversation. Another thing that I have observed personally, I don't know about others, but I feel so many people fall in love so fast, and nobody is willing to like take time to go for the slow, patient, and understanding type of love. What do you like say about that? What's your opinion on that?
I think girls are the ones who like tend to fall in love fast because maybe they're looking for the love that they never received. Maybe that fatherly love was not there. So like they look for a guy and if they see that like a guy is interested in them or something, they just feel like vulnerable, you know? They'll be like, this dude likes me. And then that's how like her feelings start to develop and like that's how you like find the girls like they are so they fall in love like fast, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's my point of view. I don't know about you guys.
I believe it doesn't have time. We all end up like famous Romeo and Juliet. Um, Love is something that disturbs you learn when you're together. You can't say that slow relationships will make it better. I don't believe. To my point of view, I'm not sure about it. I believe you can love something just by sight when you meet, and you say that no, she's the one, and you get to learn how bad side and a good side, and you tend to build that relationship.
More like love at first sight.
Yeah, like why wait? You can wait and lose her. You know, you can be there saying, no, I want to be friends with her maybe for 4 months, 5 months. Why? I know it's interesting. You say, no, I want to know her more. But I believe in a relationship, it's when you tend to know someone more as a friend, right?
Mhm.
Because love starts with friendship, then you build that trust. I'm not saying that when you just get into a relationship, people should just make up. Okay, it depends on your values, right? Everyone has their own values. So you just have to respect yourself. Let's say you're going to be together, you're going to learn about each other, but you have to put boundaries, right? I'm not saying you should jump into things so fast the first time. Take your time, but don't wait. You love something, cherish it in the beginning, from my point of view. That's about you guys.
Okay. But don't you think this idea of love at first sight has landed so many in trouble? Like you just rush. Not that it's you're rushing,
Mm.
but that idea of saying no, I think I love this person, and you're not so sure.
Mm.
At times it could be maybe because I don't know your interests or what, but yeah, the idea of like loving somebody at first sight, it has like landed a lot of people in trouble because you might end up loving the wrong person.
Yeah.
You don't know the person, like really knowing the person at a deeper level. You just decide to say, okay, I think this can work out with this person.
I believe people can change.
No, I don't believe there's
No.
How many souls have changed
No.
so far with the love at
Mm-mm.
first sight?
No, it takes time, guys.
Nico,
But
people don't change.
if you love something,
Not everyone changes.
okay,
So
not everyone, but let's say from a score from 1 to 10, I'll give it a 7 to my point of view, because I'll give you a brief example of myself. Um, I'm 23 right now, right? But I don't want to be in a relationship whereby I want to learn. Yes. Right now, I want to be in a relationship whereby I would grow with this person, and then I can build a future with her, right?
Okay.
okay.
Because of my age. I'm not sure about you guys' point of view. So I don't want to like start something that will make me start talking, arguing. I'm not saying it's not good to argue. It is in a relationship. So, but I just want to be, firm, someone to support business wise, educational wise, someone that I can even introduce to my parents, my mom, in a year, because I think I have like 2 more years until I graduate. So my third year, obviously, our parents will be asking those questions like, okay, excluding school, what's happened?
What's happening?
Okay.
See,
Uh-huh.
they'll be
Uh-huh.
asking like, is there someone who is helping you, motivating you? Sometimes you also need someone to pray with you.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
That's one thing that most people don't do.
I get your point. So, do you think like all the things that you are looking for in a partner, you said somebody who's going to be there through thick and thin, in short. Do you think you can find such a person in a rush? Like you just meet somebody right there and then, love at first sight?
I believe so.
Believe so? Yeah, I wouldn't agree with that.
Yeah,
I also
I'm not,
don't
I don't
agree with that.
Why?
because okay, you see the way you're saying that love at first sight.
Yeah.
Okay, personally, I don't believe at love at first sight. Okay,
True.
I can date you,
Mm.
but then I start dating you like for a few months. I start seeing some characters I don't like. I correct you. You're not listening, and I'm there. I want to stay with you, but the things you're doing are just turning me off.
Mm.
Even though how much I love you, I'll have to leave you. Yeah.
No, but I believe they always say to make something better, it's more of speaking to the person, right? So I believe there are a lot of girls in the world, but for me, if you see someone in the beginning, I wouldn't advise you to waste your time because at the end of the day, there's been scenarios whereby you like someone, then from nowhere you hear 1 week, 2 weeks they're with your friend. You see?
Yeah.
Because you miss that chance. You're like, no, I want to be friends with her first.
Mm.
But this guy comes into the picture 1, 3, 4 days.
Mhm.
He's already given a title.
So you just end up rushing, more like wanting to secure the person
Not
before
just, okay.
somebody else gets to have her.
Not really, not really. Okay, it sounds like that, but I believe when you want to keep someone for long
Mhm.
and you want to build something, you have to make your mind right there and then. Because most of the times, us youth, we normally like dilly-dallying on certain things, right? We don't know. You have to make a plan first, right? But don't take time. The world is moving fast, guys. Trust me. If you miss your chance now,
Someone else will take it.
next thing you'll be in your room there with your cats, because that guy showed you the person that you're like, no, he's the right person. Just even when you talk to someone in the beginning, you can just feel that energy. You're like, this guy is, yeah,
But it is okay to like take your time when you're dealing with matters of the heart, eh? It's not always that you have
Okay,
to
yeah,
rush.
true. I can't say you have to push certain things because you and him will have disagreements at the beginning
Uh-huh.
over certain things. That's being human, bro. You can't always be
Perfect.
yeah. You might love watching football most of the times, and she doesn't like that. She wants you to give her attention. See, so you just have to learn. But I believe right there, take time, talk to her. But in terms of expressing yourself, you miss your chance. Trust me. Most people have missed their chances.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you get to live with the regrets of saying,
Later
I
on, you're
wish
like,
I did
wow,
that.
I should
Okay.
have.
yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Uh, we've seen people who've been in marriages for like 25 years, 50, and the best advice that most of them give is to always listen to your wife. I don't know about others, but how do you think one can create a long lasting relationship?
By listening to your wife or just in general.
No, like in general. That's one of the advices that I've like heard. Most of them, they usually say you listen to your wife.
What about
If you
listening
want
to your
some,
husband?
no, okay, it's always a mandate when a girl is getting married. They're always like taught to say you have to like let your husband be the man of the house.
Yeah.
That's always like mandatory. You have to give a man respect. But again, there are also others who say you listen to your wife. There are certain things. Okay, like a lady can keep a home.
I
Eh?
also think a man can
No.
keep it home in what way?
No.
like build a family. Don't you think a man can build a family?
Or haven't you seen cases whereby a man was okay before he got married, eh? And then the very moment he gets married, the character changes. Maybe he was being support like he was supporting the family, but after getting married, he tends to support the girl's family more.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
We've seen this scenario.
Okay. Yeah. That's the thing that I was talking about. Listen to your wife. But again, even the type of wife you get married to also matters.
Depends, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
I believe sometimes you just have to be balanced. You both have families. Why would you just leave your family to the dust?
I wish all people could think like that. But most of them,
They're like, why?
a girl is usually the one who gets to influence the man.
True, because you say you love her, But if she loves you too, she just has to respect your people. Okay, let's say there's like certain scenarios whereby she belongs to maybe a rich family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And her family people are all educated or living good lives. And then from my side, let's say my side, people in the village, people are struggling and stuff like that, right? I believe for you to balance certain things, you have to meet at some certain point. Because at the end of the day, on our wedding day, those
Okay.
people from the village have to be there.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say no because they're not educated, they don't dress well. That's like saying you can't accept me fully. Because at the end of the day, if you cut my hand and you cut one of my family's hands, you find the same blood. Something that will make me better maybe is what I have in my pocket and what I have in my account, right? But
Mm-hmm.
she just has to respect it. So meaning that the time even before you get married, she has to go see them, just like your family side, get to know your family side. So if people eat ugali, that's in Swahili. If they eat sima in
Wali.
yeah,
Ugali.
so I believe she has to learn and understand that this is my husband's family. I have to grow in that stable position, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're getting married, guys. This is not.
It's a union.
Yeah. So if you're gonna be in a union, you have to know every weapon that they have. I'm not saying you have that good chemistry because obviously you know how families are. Women, men, we tend to talk behind each other's backs.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you can't show it like like showing it to them. You just have to be natural. Be happy when you walk in there. If they're eating with hands,
Eat with the hands.
yeah, because in Tanzania, rice they don't use forks. Most people they like using their hands.
Yeah.
With rice. Yeah. So if they use hands, bro, I know most of us will say,
I was
what's
going-
happening? Like,
grab the spoon.
yeah, grab the spoon, but it's just culture. You just have to learn the culture.
Yep.
So if it's taking a shit in some small hole in the jungle, be ready. It's marriage, guys.
Okay, so what are the key things to have, like, to having a long-lasting relationship?
In terms of relationship or marriage.
Either, but I
Okay.
think at the moment we're talking about relationship.
Relationship. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
So-
it's all about communication, you know.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
When you go out, I expect you to like notify me.
Mm.
Hey babe, I'm going out, I'll be here.
But let
I'll
me give
come.
you a scenario. Like maybe I'm going out and it's spontaneous.
Yeah,
It
call
just
me.
happened.
It just happens. That
Call me. You're always on your phone. Call me. Tell me, babe,
Exactly.
I'm going out with my friends. Blah blah blah. Tell me.
Guys, sometimes we can't just go right
Go
there.
right
Even a
there.
text
Yeah.
is enough. Even a text is enough.
Really?
This generation, you can't tell me to say you haven't been on your phone. Even the
Yeah.
moment that, how did you know to say you were supposed to go out?
But first I have to unlock.
That's what I'm
I have to
saying.
go to the message.
Let's say
Ah,
nowhere. Let's say
Mm-mm.
from nowhere. Let's say Uncle,
Mm.
his house room is on fire. Right there, I'm thinking about going to rescue him.
Exactly.
I'm not thinking. Okay, I know it might sound like no, you've forgotten no, but at that particular time, he's in trouble, and my mind and my thoughts are like focused on.
Uncle.
Yes, like you need to go.
You need to
I
go
need to go
help.
help Uncle.
Exactly.
For me to like grab my phone and drive, it's risky at sometimes.
Okay, that one is okay.
Yeah.
Nico.
Yeah.
But you have received a phone call from your boys, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go out.
Mm.
Won't you call your girl and tell her I'm
I'll-
going out with the guy? Won't you?
I will, but I'm very sure.
Because put yourself in her shoes. If it were her, you would expect her to call you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because if
true.
she doesn't, you're gonna get mad. Because you'll be like, why didn't you call me? You would have just texted me or something, you know? But you guys don't like,
Do that.
yeah.
Do that. Okay.
Yeah.
But if she does the same thing, you get pissed off and, you know, you tend to lash out at her like, you were supposed to call me. Why didn't you call me? How am I supposed to know what you were doing there?
Yeah, I guess.
You know?
I guess.
Yeah, communication is key.
Yeah, true. I won't disagree. I love to disagree, but I'll support this time.
Okay. Welcome back to our short break. It's good to have you guys back. As we am enjoying the show and the conversation is so amazing. So for this round, for this session,
Yeah.
don't say anything, or you have been doing the talking most of the time. So these questions are directed to Lois and
Yeah.
yeah. So here's the first question. In a relationship, do you think it is important to ask your partner what you want?
That's very interesting, huh?
Very, very.
I would say it's really interesting, especially on the guy side, because the girl's past is very important to a guy. You know, who they've been with, how many partners they've had. So it's very relevant as compared to a guy. Even though I've slept with more than 30 women.
Is it true? It's just.
No, it's just a joke.
Oh,
It's just an example, it's an illustration. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. But like for a girl, I see your past, who you've been, the number of partners you've been with, where you go if you're like a club person, you know, that type of thing. Very important.
But let me ask you,
Okay.
this this thing is like with most girls, okay?
Mm.
You tend to judge like a girl, let's say maybe her body count is like 10. You tend to judge her, but she was like 30, huh?
Okay.
I mean, this relationship with you, okay, I'm not saying like it's bad to like focus on the past, but
Yeah.
when I'm dating you, I don't expect you to judge me. Huh?
Yeah.
It's okay, my body count is 10, but there's some of those things that I did. I didn't like it. Huh?
Okay.
But I don't expect you to keep on judging me. I can't do this because the body count is 10. How do you sleep with 10 women? Don't refuse. Most men are like that. They judge women because
Yeah.
of their body count.
Very
And I don't
Yeah.
think it's fair, you know? So you're telling me you love this girl, huh? Her body count is 10. Her body count is the thing that's gonna stop you from dating her.
It depends on someone's values.
No, she has good values, okay? She has good morals. Her character is
But
okay.
10.
But
Listen,
then,
listen.
oh,
Don't
wow.
judge her. Don't judge
It's
her.
crazy.
Not
10.
everyone is perfect, okay? Not
Okay,
everyone
yeah.
is perfect.
But why 10?
Because she's dating you, your body count is 30. She's judging you. No. But you're judging her. Yeah, she's not proud of what she did, but you're judging her. She's in this relationship.
But okay, for me, I'll ask.
No, wait.
I'll ask.
She
Why
decided.
10?
Why 10?
Yeah.
Maybe she did it like just to like, I don't know. Let's do crazy things, you know?
Okay.
But
I
listen,
think
Nico, I'm in this relationship with you. It's my new thing. I want to stay with you. I want to do something with you. I'm devoted to stay with you. I don't expect you to judge me because my good count in the past. You're putting a new thing. Leave the past in the past. But most men tend to say, oh, I focus in the past. I can't do this. I
I
can't
think
do that.
sometimes most men do it because they want to know the type of person you are.
Yeah.
Bro, if you're talking about 10, meaning that you had a crazy, like, I'm sorry to say, you just had a crazy background, you know. 10 is just a huge number, bro.
But
Yeah,
she's
true.
willing to change for you. She's willing to
Okay,
stay
that's
with you.
now
That's a
She's
different
ready
scenario.
to be loyal to you.
That's-
But you judge her. You'll
But
be like,
it turns
oh
out
no, I can't date you.
it turns out like most of the times when you ask her, it's like you're trying to offend her. Because I've met girls whereby the guys ask them that question and they're like, no, I don't want to answer it, but why? Like, why is it that you guys?
Yeah, most girls ask why.
I want to
Why?
know you.
Yeah,
If you
yes
ask
and no.
every girl, they'll be like, why?
I want to know you. Like,
Give her an answer. She'll tell you. My body count is this. Then
And
you
then
start
you leave
judging
her.
her.
Or you leave her. I'm not telling you
It's
that.
not nice, you know.
yeah, but we want to know,
You
guys.
believe
Yeah,
What
her.
if you're dating a cat, guys?
Yeah.
Or a dog? You know how dogs behave.
Yeah,
How they
they're,
behave.
they're all over the place.
Yeah.
But you know
So,
that. Okay, when you judge her, it's like you're diminishing her. You're putting her like on a low level, you know.
okay, yeah. Sometimes it might sound offensive, but
That's
truthfully,
nice. It is offensive.
Okay, it is. And it's like more like a red flag. Not
Yeah,
really.
I know.
It's a red flag when you hear someone's had like slept with 10
but guys, I
partners.
just want to be
Okay,
safe,
let me
bro.
ask you: is it not a red flag to you guys sleeping with 30 women? Is it not? Isn't it also a red flag? Is it?
But that
No.
is huge, bro.
Don't
Yeah,
What
30 is you. Where the 30 come from?
don't give this answer for. Oh,
Yeah.
you know we are men. Women are different. No. So what? We are all humans.
Yeah, I know. We're all humans, but okay. For me, I just
If
want to
I
be
don't
safe
judge you, if I don't judge you, I don't expect you to judge me. You know,
Oh,
because I'm in this with you. I've decided put all the bullshit I was doing aside to stay with you, to be there with you. We grow together and we make something. We build a foundation together, you know. So I don't expect you to judge me. If you want to leave, it's okay. You can leave. I won't beg you. I don't beg for love, you know.
Yeah.
Boy.
Who attacked?
Now I see. Yeah.
It's okay. But
Yeah.
I don't like it how men judge women for the type of account. I don't like it.
Okay, I think
It's not like fair. And then this thing that you say, oh, we are men. No. So what? So what? You're a man. Does it justify you having 30 body count and I have only 10? Finally, somebody has taken.
wow.
It doesn't
That's if you're
justify.
Like you're attacking.
I'm not attacking you.
You feel attacked.
I'm just saying a point that I've had
Yeah.
most men say, I can't date a girl whose body count is. There's people who even say, I can't date a girl whose body count is 5.
Mm.
What do you want her to be? A virgin? Everyone has sex.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Okay, yeah, I think it depends also with
So I think like
someone.
guys
Preference, huh?
change
And preference, like
perspective.
yeah, I feel-
should change their perspective in that. I'm trying to do something new with you. Change the topic in my past.
Yeah.
Because every time we argue, you're going to say, "Oh, that's why you did this. Oh, that's why you don't know what."
Now I guess. Now,
Yeah.
but I'm still supporting you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's my point of view.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
that's-
don't. Honestly speaking, I don't like it when men judge women
Women.
higher body count.
Okay.
And you guys have a higher body count.
Body count.
This.
Mm.
This is getting hotter and hotter. Okay, so mostly we believe in having one partner.
Oh.
Mhm. Now, we also have those people who also believe in having multiple partners.
Okay.
Do you believe in having many partners? No, not really.
I mean, this is a trial and error thing. We're young. We're here to test new scenarios and situations, with multiple people. If we can, then why not?
Yeah, like why not?
Why not?
But then you think that will now fall under the category of
Cheating.
yeah, it will. If you have multiple
How?
partners.
But don't you
Like
think?
how can you actually how?
How?
Don't you
It
think
will.
learning? Do you think learning to cheat now is better than learning to cheat when you're married?
But still making.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Regardless.
No, but you learn to do it now. Then when you're stable in your relationship, like you're married, you won't do it.
You won't do it, yeah.
Let me tell you, you'll cheat.
How?
No. Okay, let me ask you a question.
That thing where people say once a cheater, always a cheater.
You will cheat, okay?
No, I don't.
You have a girlfriend. Get a side chick.
No, let me ask you a
All your
question.
attention will go to the side chick. You leave out your girlfriend. Your wife is going to be the expert. Yeah. You know she's bored, know she's what, because you want something. You like this version. It's the other version. Something so fresh. You leave her behind. Hot. Be like,
Hot.
make your wife be hot like that. Yeah. Your attention will drift like completely. I'm telling you.
Okay.
But the thing is, you know they drop off.
Yeah, it also depends because for us, from my grandpa's side, like this tribe, they're allowed to marry a number of women. So I think from my point of view, why don't you cheat now?
And then, yeah, that's my point, because at the beginning of a relationship, I don't say any vows, but
Yes.
on the wedding, I say vows.
Cross.
We cross to say,
Uncle, let's say you're cheating, okay?
Okay.
But you love this girl you're with, but you have another girl. Then your attention drifts to this other girl, and your girl starts becoming, she's just like, she senses like there's something weird. As women have instincts, you know?
Yeah, true.
We do have instincts. She really made you trust me, even though how much you like her.
Yeah.
You say men don't have feelings. Some men say, I don't have feelings. I won't care. Let her live. I don't care. Yes, I'm telling you.
Men don't cry.
But
Because we'll be with this girl that you're with, this side chick that you're with.
won't give you. There'll be something missing when you're like, oh my god, my girl had this.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have it. You compare it. You want to go back. But you would have found that she's already moved on. She doesn't want anything to do with it. And he really be hard to chat to.
But I believe when people cheat, there's something that the other person is missing.
Yeah.
People don't just cheat, right? There's always a
There's
plan
always something.
to that thing, right?
How about those people that are called playboys? I feel those just do it for the sake of doing it, because there are those who are doing it because it's something that's like trending. Everybody's doing it. You also just they want to do it without even religion. No, to gain fame. To the boy.
To be famous.
Oh, I was I was with this girl. I was with that girl, you know?
Yeah.
That's what they want.
Yeah, I get. I think, as you said, the title is
Yeah.
fear what you don't want to do.
But you know, some women like love
Those crazy
playboy.
types.
Yeah, they love the crazy type.
Yeah, there are people who like
So
that.
they have to be prepared for every weapon.
Yeah, every
For
weapon.
because you bend like a frog, you have to bend like a frog. Because
Yeah.
you chose that.
Because they chose to do that.
Don't you think
Exactly.
feelings will get hurt there somehow? Because
So
can you be in a toxic relationship?
me?
Yeah.
I would love to be in a toxic relationship.
But I feel like
Toxic relationship.
Yeah.
in like a tiny bit of toxic, not really toxic, full toxic,
You
but
also
just a little. Yeah, definitely.
You know,
Because it's
guys, this
interesting.
thing is not supposed to be rehearsed. It's like love, relationship. Something that you learn, So if it's toxic, you learn that this person is toxic.
This person
What's
is
the
toxic.
definition of
Toxic. I don't know. For me, it's crazy. For
in
my,
a toxic relationship?
why not? I love
If you love her.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Why not?
Yeah, like
I've been with a girl who slapped me because I used to hug other girls and she didn't like it.
And they like being hiding up.
Okay, I didn't like it at first, but later on I knew that
yeah,
that's her character.
that's her character.
She doesn't like to be offended. So if she gets offended, I'll get a slap. Obviously, we're human. Got to be mad. I want to talk, bro. I'll get mad, but it makes it, for me, I find it makes the relationship interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
And something that is reversed.
But don't you think
Yeah.
instead of people, they should just sit you down and talk to you?
She has done it many times. I think she got tired.
Yeah, she got that. Maybe talking doesn't get to this person. Maybe a few slaps. Maybe a slap or two will do.
Sometimes it helps,
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. For me, I experienced it and I knew it was catch at that point of time. Because I love that particular time. So I wouldn't say it's wrong.
Honestly,
you have to know your demons behind the clothes.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like a toxic relationship. The minute you lay hands on me, I swear.
Okay, yeah, for me, also ladies are not supposed to.
Yeah, like that's the code. That's
That's
yeah.
just an outside. A man laying hands on a lady, that's wrong.
That's just wrong. Yeah.
Because you already know that men are spirit, temple spirit. You can't challenge a woman or a girl. Obviously, going to
That person, yeah. True.
How do you define cheating in an open relationship?
An open relationship.
I guess maybe breaking boundaries. Like, before you get into an open relationship, I believe there are words you have to share with you and
Your partner.
Right. Okay, the partner you're dating. Yeah. I think there's a famous South African movie. There's a guy who was in an open relationship with a girl whereby the girl had to talk to the guy because at first she saw the guy doing with other women and she didn't like it. But in her heart, she really loved this guy. So she said the only thing that we should do is be in an open relationship. But later on, she didn't really like it. She really liked this guy. So she just had to do it just to make the man happy, So the boundaries that they kept is like, if you want to be in a relationship, an open relationship, people who are surrounding us that we know can be involved, right? Meaning like, if you have a friend and I know her, I can be with her.
What if I come and ask you, Nico, can I have a thing with Uncle?
I find it wrong because it's my close friend.
But I'm asked.
Yeah, those are the boundaries we set. Like, no.
Yeah, like before.
Wrong.
before going.
Next thing I'll tell you, I want your sister. How would you?
I would feel like,
It'd be like now off limits.
That's what I'm
Off
saying,
limits,
off
yeah.
limits.
Yeah.
It's just you have to like put certain boundaries. That's why I believe if you're gonna define cheating in an open relationship, whereby you break
Those vows that you
commit, right?
know.
Yeah.
So maybe the boundaries like you tell each other, like no friends that we know,
Yeah.
people in country. I shouldn't know her number, those type of things.
Yeah.
I think that's how I cheating.
Yeah, true.
Much about you guys.
Now same.
Yeah, I support
This,
you.
yes.
You,
Mm.
lastly but not the least,
Mm.
can someone have the favorite
Favorite ex.
Hey, you're gonna create emotions.
Yeah.
People are dating,
Yeah.
and if they
someone have a
Yes.
favorite no, I'm not saying it from the point of the current relationship, but
Mm.
assuming you guys were not
Together.
together, is it okay for someone to have a favorite ex?
I feel like it's fine. It's fine.
I hope your boyfriend and girlfriend are not.
I'm not watching this. Maybe.
At the end of the day, I think to me also having a favorite ex is not wrong. I believe in a relationship, it's all about memories. Like for me, I have pictures of my ex. I know to girls it's an outside, but why? Like, tell me why can't I have?
Yeah, why
pictures of
can
my ex?
why can't you have pictures of
I
the ex
find
in the
that
phone?
offensive.
Why?
I don't support that.
Why?
Having a favorite ex, why? Why? It just doesn't make sense. Why?
The memories we
The
had
memories.
all the time. It was
So you're
interesting.
telling me that ex
Yeah.
calls you, Miko, come and hang out, you'll go.
No, I
No,
won't
no,
go. Why would I
definitely
go?
not. It's just one of those things like it's
Yeah,
in
it's
the
just-
mind, you know.
Yeah. Guys,
Yeah.
let me give a good example. Let's say you and him had a special song. You can't sing. You and your guy had that special song at that particular time.
Mm. Mm.
Whereby if you played that song in the car, you guys would be rocking to it. Like,
Yo,
that
this
kind
song
of
is
thing.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Why can't you have a favorite?
I think
Exactly.
it's okay to remain in the morning, but once you say you want to move into another relationship, you really have to like let go of everything. Yeah.
No.
Because like
But
the
why?
very moment you enter into the other relationship, you always comparing feelings with the current partner.
No, not really.
Nah, not
No,
really.
she has a point.
It's not a thing of comparing. Though.
Seriously?
I
don't see it.
Yeah, most people do so, but
I don't-
for
I don't
me,
see
I don't see it happening
But
like
if
that.
you've grown out of that relationship, that's an ex.
Yeah, that's an ex.
Putting out a favorite ex is just title.
But people, do you know people go back? Do you know that thing?
People go back.
People go back.
It's a relationship.
Yeah,
That's being childish.
they go back.
I think to me that's the point of being childish. Why would you go back?
They go back. I don't
And you
know.
eat something that you left
No, I
and
can't.
left over.
But people go back.
That's how-
There are some 90% go back.
Why would you go back? When that you guys still love each other.
Yeah.
You guys broke up at that point of time whereby you're just afraid of what will happen at that particular time. So you're like, no, let's break up. But I believe if you go back to your ex, there is still love involved. That means that when you left, you didn't leave with your heart. I mean, you didn't. That love inside your heart didn't die. Because when you break up with someone, you have to feel that pain first.
Yeah.
It has to die.
Yeah. Right there and there.
Right?
Yeah.
So I guess having a favorite ex, it's a good thing. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
it's
about
okay.
you.
Yeah, it's okay to have. Yeah.
No, I've not
Why?
got it.
Why? For the idea.
Not for the idea.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we now come to the concluding part of the show. Thank you guys for blessing us with the praises. It was lovely to have you guys here. And thank you for watching us. I really appreciate the love and the support. I hope you guys will like, subscribe. Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Spread the love. This is Ruth. See you on my next episode. Bye.